What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dave's Movie Raves, where I go back and rewatch some of the old classic movies. And I'll watch some of the newer ones too. And I do movie reviews on them. Tonight, I am doing Free Willy. Who remembers the 90s, folks? Remember when movies were actually good? Actually had solid storytelling? Free Willy was one of those movies that actually managed to make me cry. Not gonna lie. Towards the end of the movie, which I'll get to later, towards the end of this video, I'm not gonna lie, I actually did tear up a little bit. Just because of how fucking epic of a moment it was in the movie. Like, just saying, look, alright? You guys have to. It's on HBO. Not HBO. I'm sorry. It's on Hulu. $7 a month, folks, to be able to watch a classic movie like Free Willy. I definitely recommend watching it on Hulu. Or if you guys have the old VHSs, bust out those tapes, blow out the VCR and the cassette, so you know how VCRs work, and pop the normal movie. It is effing great. Like, it's just so nostalgic. Like, alright, so I'm going to review the movie now. Might go over the plot, what happens, and why I love the movie so much. Alright, so let's go. The movie starts out with Willie being captured and put into an amusement park. Then the movie really starts off with this kid Jesse and his friends asking people for money, panhandling. And, not getting really that lucky. They end up stealing a bunch of shit from a wedding people. Kind of a dick move, Jesse, but hey, by the way, that's our main character's name is Jesse. He's with this kid Perry and some other punks. The cops find them now at the skate park. So they all bust off. They all take off running. And they finally catch up with Jesse and Perry. Perry bounced. As soon as he seen the cops were coming, he bounced. Now what happened is when they were running from the cops from the skate park, they found this amusement park or theme park, which happened to have a bunch of sea creatures there. I don't think we ever actually know the name of the amusement park. I might have not been paying attention at the same time, so. Anywho's, I'm sure if you watch the movie, I'm sure it does have the name of the theme park in the movie somewhere. Although you did see quite a few Coca-Cola product placements in the movie. Just saying. Ever since I've watched cinema, I've looked out for product placements. And Coca-Cola had quite a several. Anyways, you go into the amusement park and shit. They start vandalizing it, So, Jesse gets arrested. And what happens is Dwight, his probation officer, ends up talking with the dude who runs the park. His name is Randolph. We meet him later on. He's actually a very good guy. He seems kind of like a douche at first, but you kind of warm up to him. Let's just say that. You actually get to like him a lot. He actually ends up being a really, really good person. Saves Jesse's ass on several occasions, if you ask me. Anyways, what happens is they work out an agreement where Jesse ends up having to clean the vandalism that he created, him and Perry created, alright? No, fair enough. So, what happens is he gets brought to his house with these two other people, adults, Their name were Glenn and Annie. Two, they're a couple. They're a married couple, Annie, she's a very kind-hearted lady. Glenn, who's kind of a dick, not gonna lie. But he also seems to be very trying. He tries to connect with Jesse. But Jesse's kind of a punk-ass dick. Not gonna lie. Like, he's always standoffish, He wants his mom. who abandoned him when he was like 6 years old or something like that. Um, that's all he really wants is to find his mom. Anywho, so he stays with the Greenwoods. That's their name. Alright. Glenn actually owns his own auto shop. Anyways, he gives Jesse a bicycle after dropping him off a couple miles away. He lets him ride up to the, I think it's called Oceanfront Park. Sea Park. I think that's the name of the place where Jesse's got cleaning up. Now, Willie ends up scaring the shit out of Jesse, kind of. So, he plays harmonica. Jesse has this harmonica that he plays. And somehow him and Willie connect. Let's just say that, alright? Him and Willie kind of get a bond slowly but surely. Skipping a little bit ahead. Because, they show a little montage of him working there and feeding him fish, getting him to feed fish to him, and little stuff like that. One night, Jesse sneaks out of the house. He's playing the harmonica. And just, thinking about stuff. And he accidentally slips into Willie's tank. Now, Randolph hears something, but he's like, and he turns off the lights. So here's Jesse drowning, and Willie saves his life. He actually brings him back up to the surface and back up to the edge of the pool that he slipped into. I don't know how Randolph found him because they've cut scene, but they end up back at Randolph's house. Randolph tells him the legend of the whale. I'm not even going to try to say it because, it's a story and I'm not going to try to repeat the story. But it was some dude who he had a log. He was like sinking or something like that. He made a prayer. It was something like Saigon, Ayu, Iasis or something like that. Something close to that effect, right? But it turned into a whale. An orca, to be exact. Killer whale, aka something like what Willie is. And Jesse's training him, and he tries to get Willie to perform for these two douchebags so they can expand Willie's tank to make it have more room. Because they're putting him in a dolphin's cage, like a dolphin tank. And Willie's a big-ass whale, weighing over 3 tons. I think they put him at like 200 pounds, at like 22 feet. They had him in a small dolphin tank. So anyways, Jesse's able to make him perform for the assholes, the businessmen. But now when it came to actual show day, though, Willie had anxiety, who missed his parents and his family, who happened to just be on the other side of the ocean, by the way, which wasn't very far from where Willie was. Anywho, Willie got freaked out by all the people. He got stage fright, And they had like a lower observation deck, too. And Willie kind of charged at the glass down there, scaring all the people away. And he busted his tank a little bit. So what do the bad guys do? They plan on murdering Willie. Because he's worth more dead than alive. Willie is actually worth, because they have an insurance policy on Willie, guess how much? $1 million. So they plan on murdering the whale. Now, Jesse, who was, kind of butthurt about Willie, fucking him over, went to go say bye to Willie, to think some shit over. Because Perry, troublemaker, he is working for a drug dealer. It's implied that they're going to make some serious money out in California, Venus, California. So they gave Jesse a postcard to look him up if you ever had the guts to, leave Greendale or wherever he's at. Look him up. So that's what Jesse had plans on doing. He had taken all of his clothes with him and stuff, backpack. He was ready to go. But he came to say bye to Willie, played with Willie a little bit. Um, and Willie got upset, and then that's when Jesse figured out that, Willie had family across the ocean. And that's why he was scared. Now, when Jesse was on top of the tower thingy that he was at, when he got down here, he heard a little, welding noises, bzz, bzz, kind of noises. So he go, he sneaks down there after the bad guys, escape. And sure enough, they had sabotaged Willie's tank, so it was actually leaking like severely. They were going to kill Willie for the money. So Jesse goes and wakes up Randolph, who lives conveniently like right next to the park, and they call Ray, who is a ocean trainer. She wants to be a marine biologist. Say, hey, what perfect opportunity, and then hope to save a whale, right? Just saying. So they help and they free Willie. Now the bad guys are on to them though, because they hear about the whale that got stolen. So they're gonna try to save the whale. So they go down and they see, they know exactly where they're bringing Willie to, because it's the only ocean surrounding there for like miles. And so the bad guys are there. As soon as they get there, Willie's not doing too hot either, because he's been out of water like for way longer than they anticipated, because they had gotten stuck in the woods too. That's besides the point. Lived with down tree. They had to get Glenn and Annie to come out and help after Randolph stole the truck to transport Willie. But anyways, Jesse and Glenn help. Glenn gets them to the. So the bad guys are attacking Jesse and the rest of the crew, trying to make Willie die. Right? Even though they're already at the ocean front, Willie ain't moving because he's been out of water for longer than they thought he would be. And so I got distracted, y'all. So bad guys also start trying to net Willie in, like make it so he can't get into the ocean. However, there's a jetties pretty much. There's a big ass pile of rocks, like a big 20-foot mountain full, like 10-foot or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how high it was, right? But it's pretty much a big seawall, right? But Jesse says, "Come on, Willie, get away from the boats. The boats are bad." And this is the part where I kind of teared up at. I teared up as Willie actually jumped over him, over Jesse, and into the freedom and into the free wild, because he said, "So long, Willie." He also uses that same Indian prayer that he said that Randolph said to him earlier. The Sana Na Sayu Iasis or something like that. I really wish I could actually remember exactly how it said. But anyways, such a great effing movie. I loved it. Everybody, if you guys have Hulu, definitely give it a watch. Give a second movie a watch as well. The second movie is phenomenal as well. It's just as good as the second one. And it came out 1 year later. So, like, they made the movies back to back. So, if you guys got the old VHS or DVDs, blow them suckers off, pop them in the Blu-ray player, pop them into your VCR, whatever you gotta do. You're gonna watch it on HBO. They'll only play one ad for you, a 35-second ad before the movie starts, and then it's commercial free for y'all folks. But look, if I had to give this movie a ranking, I would definitely rank it a 9 out of fucking 10. Go ahead and give it a watch. I loved it. Obviously, if I'm ranking it 9 out of 10, I don't rank that many movies that highly. It's just a great movie. Go back and watch it. You'll love it. I guarantee it. If you don't love it, post in the comment section below why you don't like it. And we can have a discussion on that in the comment section below. Daves-Raves out.